Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Lunch Talk with the Carters. I am your hostess, Star Carter.
And I am your host, Michael Carter.
And we just come to tell you all that it is time to get the show started. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It is Monday. We are back from off the weekend with Lunch Talk with the Carter. So how you doing today, Mr. Carter?
Oh, I'm making it. It's pretty good for a Monday. You know how Mondays are.
I know. So what's going on with you? What you got today for me?
Well, just a little interesting topic again, a little news, what's happening. It's an interesting story, and we're gonna go on with that today, right?
Yeah.
That little interesting little story. Okay. All right, well guys, let me set it up for you. Okay. It's this couple, okay, they got engaged, but the guy who was engaged to the girl, his parents do not think that the girl is right for their son. So here's the thing. Here's what they did. They offered the young lady $20,000 to break it off with their son. Now, 20 grand. His parents offered this young lady to break it off with their son. And here's the kicker, guys. She said, "Give me 30." So the parents gave the young lady the parents gave the young lady 30 grand to break it off with her son, and she took the money and dipped. So my question is this. Would you take a payout to leave your fiance, boyfriend or girlfriend, or your husband or wife? And if so, how much would it take for you to leave them?
That's interesting. Okay, so not a dig at you, babe, but I could only wish I had dated some people back in the day that parents had money like that.
Yeah, me too. Shoot, talking about 30,000, I would have took $30. I tell you, whew, Lord bless me.
I wish I could have dated up like that. That they wanted because you got to think about it now. If they can give her 30 stacks, 20 stacks, and then she said, "Let me get 30," they gotta have bank. So I'm thinking that his parents must have been either in politics or doctors or lawyers. I mean, they got to have some change, or maybe have a really good company or something. And maybe she was from the wrong side of the tracks. Maybe he's attracted to those bad girls. Maybe he, a lot of those real. I would assume that he might be a little preppy or something. Maybe grew up, in that type of household or whatever, real preppy. Probably went to private schools, probably went to a good college or whatever. And so
those guys, they like the bad girls.
Yeah, they like the bad girls.
The trailer park trash. They like them.
The trailer park trash.
They like them. That's what they like.
And that's kind of like how and then on the flip side too, that's usually how the girls are. The girls always go for the bad boys. They grow up in a nice home like that. They go for the bad ones. So it's kind of like the opposites attract type of scenario. And so, he needs to stop going around trying to get the wrong type of girls, because like his parents is very controlling.
Very. And my thing is this though. I mean, we could say about the parents, interfering or whatever, because they didn't think that the young lady was appropriate for their son. To me, that's a stab, really. You don't think I'm good enough for your child, So that's why they tried to pay that little money. Well, I ain't gonna say little money. That's a lot of money. But tried to pay that money to get her out the picture, just to leave. And also, it could have been a test. It could have been a test for her. So she accepted the money. Now the parents have a leg to stand on. They can go back and tell their son, "You see, I told her she was nothing but trailer park trash. All she wanted was money. And see, she took the money and she left you in the wind. What kind of woman is that? She didn't love you." So the parents got a leg to stand on. Now, if it could have been just used as a little test just to see, where her heart was, see what she was going to do.
Yeah, that you're right. They could have used it as a little test to see, but I wonder if it had ever happened before. Like, have they tried to pay off anybody else? Because, you can run up the tab.
Yeah.
If you got a certain person that they have in mind for their child. Like me, I have a certain type of girl that I would want my son to eventually, get married to. I got my perfect girl for him, somebody that's on the same path, same wavelength, want to do something in my life, you know. So you want the best for your kids. You don't want somebody that's going to possibly bring them down, but to pay them off, wow.
I think that's going a little too far. You know, I've heard of overprotective parents, you know, but that's taking it way too far. You know, you're actually paying somebody to leave your child. You know, even if you don't think that they're the right caliber for your child, I mean, you got to let your child make that decision. You know, you got to let your child make it because, you know, it's their life and they're going to make mistakes. You know, hopefully it won't be too bad of a mistake that could, you know, like you were just saying, honey, to destroy his life. Hopefully it's not that big of a, you know, mistake. But if you control your child's life, they're going to retaliate against you. You tell them not to date the bad guys, the bad girls, what they're going to do?
They're going to go get another one.
They're going to go out there and get the same thing again.
Yeah,
just because. Exactly. You know, so you got to be careful, parents. You know, if you got a little change and stuff, don't start offering your soon to be in-laws, because they were engaged, soon to be in-laws money to leave them.
Well, I wonder how long they dated. You know, of course, we don't know that
much.
I don't know.
But I wonder
how much they dated, how long they dated and how long they dated for them to be engaged. And I mean, what was it probably about that girl that just was like, we got to pay her, you know, we got to get rid of her. But, you know, and it may not even been, sometimes parents just, if he makes me wonder if he's only child.
It sounds that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know for sure, but it just, to me, it sounds that way.
Yeah. I wonder, is he your only child? You know, of course, we don't know the whole story behind everything, but, you know, just speculate. But it's like my baby's the only child, so I don't see me paying anybody, you know, anything. It's a way to be rude. If you want to get rid of them, just make it uncomfortable. But on a funnier note, I would have took the $30,000 and still kept messing with him, you know.
Oh, well, yeah. Ain't nothing they can do. I mean, you know, hey, I got the money and I'm still going to
I ain't signed no contract.
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
But it sounds like they the type of parents that would have had an actual contract.
Yeah, saying you agreeing to leave their child alone.
So if you didn't do it, everybody try to take them to court. They sound like they'll be that type.
Yeah. Cause you know, when you got that type of money that you can offer someone 30 grand.
Got a lawyer on retainer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can offer somebody 30 grand to dip. I mean, yeah.
They probably had a lawyer on retainer.
Yeah, they had to. Yeah. But go ahead, honey. Go ahead. But yeah, but guys, you know, another way to look at this too. Now, you know, like they say, you know, back in the day, your parents knows, you know, if for some strange reason parents got this magical power. Yes. I mean, they can read your mate to find out if they're right for you. I mean, guys, just be real now. Yeah. Cause plenty of relationships you've been in, male and female, guys, be real. That you said, darn, I wish I would have listened to my mom and my daddy. They told me not to mess with that dude. So sometimes your parents got your best heart and your back. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, everyone that my grandma and my mom did not like did not work out.
Exactly. See, that's Obviously. What I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, I mean, sometimes.
And they always liked you. That was the crazy thing.
Your parents might have your back sometimes.
Liked you, yeah. But everybody that they did not like, and you might have been the only one they actually liked.
Well, hey, paid off. It paid off.
Yeah, you might be the only one that actually did not have nothing bad to say about.
It paid off. But yeah, it's sometimes you got to just listen to your parents. I'm just saying, guys, don't let your parents control your life because, you know, it is your life.
At the end of the day, you're going to do what you...
Yeah, it's your life. You're going to do what you want to do. But guys, just listen. Because they could have some valid points. They could give you some information that could save you a lot of heartache and pain.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I just said, guys, we've all been there. We said we wish that we listened to our parents when it comes to certain relationships. So, you know, it's a lot of tweaks and quirks to this story. You know, it could go either way. You know, it could go either way. Yeah, your parents was meddling in your business. Yeah, they bribed someone, which is illegal, I think. You know, but if she agreed to it, you know, you know, bribery. So they bribed this young lady to leave you alone with 30 grand. So, you know,
you could spend your money however you want to.
But yeah, I'm just saying though, but it's like, it just, that's a strange story. And that's why I want to talk about it. So guys out there, let us know, how much would it take for you to leave your fiance or your husband or your girlfriend or boyfriend if it would be a price, you know? So just hit us up, you know?
lunchtalkshow@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, make sure you hit us up. But guys, like I said, it's a little tricky story. It's funny in a way though, you know, it's funny in a way.
Yeah, it is. But I wonder what made them just draw that conclusion. I said, you know, and the reason why I say that is because that, you know, the conclusion that she's not good enough for him, because he felt like it was good enough that she was good enough to marry that he wanted to put a ring, or he was about to put a ring on it. So I wonder what it was about her. Maybe they had been having arguments or something, because, we tend to give out too much information to our family when things are not going right. And that's one thing that I tell people all the time. Really and truly, we need to keep our families out of our business, especially if we married. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because, and even if you want to get married, because you paint negative pictures in people's face, and then those pictures that you paint to them, when you do share the negativity about the relationship, that's all they're going to see. They're not going to see the good. It doesn't matter. You can have 100 good days, but if they know of a bad fight, they're going to always remember that fight. They're not going to remember all the happy times, all the good times. They're just going to remember you coming to the house, y'all had a knockout, drag out fight. That's what they're going to always remember. So when they show up for the holidays, when they show up for any type of family functions or whatever, they're going to remember the bad time. And if you calling them crying because your significant other hurt you, they're going to remember those things. They don't remember the good things in your mates. So, and of course, your family's going to always stick up for you. So maybe they may have had a rocky relationship, and maybe the parent is like, okay, we don't want our son to go through this. They seeing, you know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why they paid him off. I mean, you don't never know, because people do have, everybody's relationship is not good. And then when you share too much with your family, what happens? They get in your business. And it seems like they were too much in the business that they feel like they need to give this girl $30,000 to get rid of her.
You are absolutely right. That was a good point. But also, I want you to look at it like this too, honey, and our Lunch Talk fans out there. It could have been her behavior. Okay. Maybe, like you were right, honey. Maybe he's one of these little, preppy guys, going to private schools and, doing the best things in life, shopping at the best places or whatever. And maybe she's one of those girls that like to smoke a little bit, drink a little bit, party. She's a party girl. You know what I mean? And her behavior could be affecting the way her parents perceive her. You know what I mean? Or she could just be one of those little hoodie girls, like, oh my goodness, one of those type of girls. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they don't think that that's the right behavior for a female for their child, or male for their child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be her behavior. So, cause, a lot of people don't like that, those hood. I mean, I'm not trying to, disrespect anybody, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The hood radish type people, that goes for male and female. You know what I'm saying? The little thuggy people. You don't want your daughter dating a little thug. He coming to your house with your pants down. And, maybe your behavior is contributing to that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a couple of charges on you for assault or whatever. I don't condemn anybody. Everybody can be forgiven. I'm a firm believer in that. But the fact of the matter is, would you want that type of person for your son or daughter? That's what I'm saying. That's the point. So it could be their behavior.
Yeah, I can see that, because, I mean, there again, you want the best for your child. You would hope that your child will make better decisions on a mate, because, especially when you talk about getting married, that's a decision that's going to affect both of you all, especially if they got rap sheets and stuff like that, because that's going to can keep them from getting good jobs and stuff like that. So all that is something that you do have to take in consideration, especially when you're talking about marriage. So it's not a crazy idea for your parents to really and truly want the best for you, because they don't want you to be hurt. They don't want to see their child upset,
in a
crying,
bad
in a bad situation,
you
can't get out of it, so,
mm-hmm.
And then if this person, obviously the family got some money.
Yeah.
I mean, cause I don't see somebody that's not in good financial situation giving somebody $30,000 just to get rid of you. I mean,
especially about $30.
Unless you, I mean, who's gonna go in their 401k to get somebody $30,000 to stay away from my son? Now, I love my son a lot, but I ain't gonna go on my 401k to get rid of no girl.
I know, right? I said, we're off about $30. About $30.
I mean, for real though. But I'm just serious. I mean, but on a serious note, they must have some money, and obviously they just want to make sure that this girl is not with their son for the money. Just like you said, that might have just been a test to make sure that that girl was there for the right reason. Now, that don't mean that he's not going to go out. If that's the type of girl he like, that don't mean that he's not going to go out and find another one. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to try to see this one. Mm-hmm. Because paying that person off, that doesn't mean that they're going to stop seeing each other.
Exactly. Probably like you, honey.
Like I said,
take the money,
I take the money and
still be seeing.
It might be on the low.
I know, right?
We got to do it. But I still see him. We'll go to Vegas, elope, and get married. I'm like, got your money. Thank you for the wedding present. Appreciate it.
It's all in the family. It's all in the family. It's all in the family.
Yeah. They'll really be mad at me.
I know, right?
I mean, because love is love. So if she really and truly didn't love him, then yeah, she took the bait, and they might have did save him. From himself.
Because, sometimes parents does know best. I hate to say it like that. No, I don't hate to say it like that. Let me rephrase that. I like to say it like that. Because sometimes parents do know best.
Yeah.
But sometimes, kids get on their high horse and
we know
you
everything.
You can't tell them that. Like the old folks say, when you start smelling yourself.
Yeah, when you start smelling yourself.
You can't tell them that.
When you I tell anybody, and even I always say in your early 20s, between 20s and 30s, but hey, even you make dumb decisions even in your 30s and your 40s. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you should always take your parents, especially if you have loving parents, they just want the best for you. They always wanted the best for you. I mean, if they don't like your significant other, then maybe you need to slow down and maybe take a further look into it, because maybe they see something that you don't see. See, love is blind.
Exactly. You're absolutely right.
Love is blind. And take it from me, if I had to listen to some of the guys that I dated back in the day, when my mom and my grandma did not like them, I would have saved myself a lot of heartache in the end, like for real.
Yeah, that's both of us. And I'm pretty sure a lot of them out there, same way. A lot of them out there the same way. I said,
love is blind. You don't see what other people see. Like, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had friends that did not like them. I mean, people get different vibes. When you're in it, you can't see it.
Because you're blind. You got your blinders on.
Yeah, you got your blinders on.
You got your blinders on.
You're going to see what is good, whether it's not good or not. But other people that are not that close to that person is going to be able to see stuff that you're not going to be able to see. So it's always best, not to be offensive about it, not to take offense about it. But, respectively, just respect their opinion and just let them know that you respect their opinion. But at the end of the day, it's still got to be your decision ultimately. Just make sure that it's a decision that you can live with, especially when it goes as far as marriage.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. That's it. That is absolutely right.
So that was a good show.
Not a nice little short topic, but yeah, guys, we just had to run that by you guys. If it was a price, how much would it take? How much money would it take for you to leave your significant other?
I'm going to need at least Powerball for you.
I know. Yeah, we split it together.
Look, that last Powerball they had.
Yeah.
That one in the billion. Was it up to $1 billion? What was that?
I think it was down there close.
What was that last Powerball?
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Somebody here in South Carolina won too.
Yeah, I know, right? All that money. Whew, boy.
But yeah, I'm going to need at least that kind of Powerball money for you. You going to still get half because we married. So,
well, okay.
Even if I get it, you still gonna get some of it.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. So thank you again for tuning in to Lunch Talk with the Carters. We appreciate you guys listening to us. And make sure you check us out on Radio Public, because when you check us out on Radio Public, you are financially supporting the show. So we are always appreciated. Thank you and thank you and thank you. I say it a million times. Thank you. Make sure you check us out on iHeartRadio. What else? Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube. We got the audio on YouTube, Castbox, and a whole bunch of others. Thank you again. I love telling you guys thank you, because y'all always
couldn't
looking
do it without you.
That's
couldn't
right.
do it without you.
That's right. Almost going up on a year. We've got a couple weeks before we be hitting that 1 year anniversary.
Oh yeah, and still kicking.
Still kicking. It's still around. All right. You got anything else you want to say, babe?
Oh no, that'll do it.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful week and stay blessed. All right. Peace.